Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Look, man, you got Fab versus Dub. Fabio versus Danielle. That is the fight that could be made for the IBF Heavyweight Championship. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, out of all the heavyweight fighters out there, man, I think Fabio may have a chance here. Now, I understand when you start looking at Fabio Wardley, you're going to say to yourself, okay, hey, Hood Champion, hold your horses. What exactly we're talking about? He only has 18 fights. Just now coming off the domestic level, clipping Clark. We're just going to take him and throw him to the wolves. Daniel Dubois has been fighting for quite some time on that international level. And to think we're just going to take Fabio Wardley, throw him in there with Daniel Dubois, and Wardley's going to clip him. I think that's a little bit overly optimistic. No, I think this. I think when you got a guy with 18 wins, 17 of those by KO, who stands 6'5", and his reach is, I think, 80 inches or 79. Anyway, he stands a damn good chance against anyone, especially when he's not afraid to let his hands go. All right? See, and that's the thing that I think some people are forgetting. Fabio Wardley will fight you. Now, Daniel Dubois, 22 wins, 21 KOs. He has 2 losses, both of those losses by KO. About the same height, 78-inch reach. So as far as reach and height, they're damn near the same. Now, you look at the age of Dubois. Dubois is 27. Fabio Wardley is 29. So it's a 2-year difference in age. And, you know, that's crazy because Dubois has been fighting longer. And he's been fighting stiffer competition. But I think styles make fights. Now, I'm going to tell you this right here, right? First of all, let me just say this. I was supposed to go substitute teach this morning and give y'all a fucking joke. So I go to substitute teach, and they had this guy, right? I get to the classroom, and the person I'm supposed to be substitute teaching for, he's in the classroom. Anyway, I'm like, well, my man, what's the deal in the system? It says you're not going to be there. And I don't want to make fun of him, man, but he had, something was wrong with him, right? But he was just like, oh, I made the update yesterday evening. So anyway, I show up to substitute teach. The guy made a change last minute. I get up there this morning. Guy's in the fucking classroom. So I left out of there, and I'll probably go help him out next week. But I was going to give y'all the whole joke. I don't want to because people may take offense. I just put it to you this way. Something was wrong with that dude. And I just don't want to come off too crass and shit. But anyway, styles make fights. And I think with Daniel Dubois, what gives him the advantage is not just his experience. And I'm being fair because I like Wardley. I'll be honest with you. I'm rooting for Wardley. And I'm going to tell you why I root for Wardley. But let me finish this thought with Dubois. You see, with Dubois, something like he and his team have unearthed a winning recipe. I don't know what happened. Let's go back here and look at this, right? I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what the hell happened at this point in Daniel Dubois' career. All right, let me go right here. Flip Hergovic, Gerald Miller, Usyk, Trevor Bryan. Okay, I think it was Kevin Lorena. I don't know what happened in that fight. But in the fight with Kevin Lorena in December 2022, Dubois went down 3 times in the first round. Lorena went down twice before Dubois stopped him in round 3. But the Kevin Lorena fight, I don't know what Daniel Dubois and his team did. Because they fixed something. His chin, his confidence, his mental health, something was fixed. How they fixed it, I don't know. Anyway, he goes to fight Usyk after that. I think he beat Usyk. I think he got screwed. But anyway, he ended up getting knocked out with a jab. Something seemed wrong there, okay? Because again, what showed up there to me is what showed up in the Lorena fight. like something was missing. But he was powerful and he hurt Usyk. Usyk can say what he wants. Dubois hurt him with that jab, with that shot to the body. Anyway, he comes back and you saw that little lapse, that mental lapse that showed up in the Lorena fight. He went down 3 times in the first round. Usyk gets the knockout in the goddamn 9th round with a jab. Right? I don't even think Dubois was hurt. I just think he had mentally checked out. Anyway, he comes back now. He's about to fight Gerald Miller, right? And now, remember, this is a year after the Lorena fight. So he fought Lorena December 3rd, 2022. He fights Gerald Miller December 23rd, 2023. A year later, he's fighting Gerald Miller. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of us didn't think Dubois would win because we've seen Dubois go down 3 times against Lorena, someone nobody's ever heard of. And then we saw him basically mentally check out against Usyk and go down and out from a jab. But with Gerald Miller, he showed us something. You could see that he thought about quitting in that fight. But he took a lot of shots, but he dished out a lot of punishment. And he showed that he had stamina beyond comprehension. Anyway, he goes on and gets a TKO in the 10th round against Gerald Miller. And Flip Hrgovic comes down. No, most people didn't give him a chance against Flip Hrgovic. He knocked him out in the 8th round. Now, I will say this. Daniel Dubois has been using headbutts. He uses elbows. He uses his forearms. He's in a fight. So he makes it a fight. But with that Flip Hrgovic fight, I did not think he was going to win, and he shocked me. He showed stamina. He showed grit. He showed that he will fight filthy. He showed that he will do whatever it takes to win. But what really surprised me is his ability to take those shots. I said, God damn. So I said, okay. Flip Hrgovic had the Manny Pacquiao hairstyle going on. More than likely, Flip Hrgovic wasn't in the best shape. He just didn't look right. It looked like he thought he could just come out, get out on the front foot, let his hands go and stop Dubois. It didn't work out that way for him, did it? Anyway, Dubois goes up now against Anthony Joshua. And this was just Eddie Hearn and the Secret Society's way to try to get AJ the IBF strap. And again, we all thought AJ, well, most of us anyway, not everybody, because by this time, a lot of people are feeling Daniel Dubois is going to put the bing bings on AJ. Looking at his, recent performances against Gerald Miller and Flip Hrgovic. I thought AJ would knock him out. I said not even 1 round, 2 rounds maybe. The opposite happened. Dubois showed he had the punch resistance, showed he had the resiliency, showed he had the ability to lock in and focus, and showed that he had a better defense than what we thought. But the power is just off the goddamn chain, man. Anyway, he clips AJ. What he demonstrated to me is that you almost have to shoot this man if you want to get a victory over him. I don't know how his team were able to reconstruct or rewire Daniel Dubois to turn him into what he's become. But I tell you what, damn good job. That being said, for him going forward and to take on a guy like Fabio Wardley, Wardley has an uphill battle. Now, the thing is, Wardley's going to fight you. Wardley's not going to come in there and necessarily look to try to box you like Hrgovic. He's not sloppy like Joe Big Baby Miller. He's in better shape than Miller, better shape than Hrgovic. He's in better shape than Anthony Joshua. He doesn't carry as much muscle as Anthony Joshua either. And he's young and he's hungry. And he's got his confidence is off the goddamn meter right now. You understand? So I think it's going to be a very difficult fight for Daniel Dubois, but I think it's equally challenging for Fabio Wardley. But if anyone can beat Daniel Dubois, it's going to be Wardley. Wardley's going to let his hands go. But he's got to be careful, too, because Daniel Dubois can hit. Both of them can crack. But, man, this is going to be a good fight, man. So you say, who wins? Most people are going to side with Dubois. I understand. And I think he deserves the right to be favored. But for me, I'm just watching Fabio Wardley, and I'm saying, man, this stylistically could be bad medicine for Daniel Dubois because he's going to come at him. And that's what Fabio Wardley wants. He's not going to try to get cute like AJ and get on the back foot and catch and shoot and stupidly throw a lead uppercut. You know, Fabio Wardley's not doing that. But anyway, I hope they make this fight. Dubois has a voluntary defense. They're both underneath Frank Warren, Queensberry. But if it doesn't happen, I can understand. Because one, it's a risky fight for Dubois. Two, it's a risky fight for Fabio Wardley. And then three, why would Frank Warren want to have two of his, he has two great heavyweights at the moment. Why would he want to slow down one of their careers? Put them both into fights where they will more than likely win and they continue to move up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? But if you go down, put them against each other, somebody loses or somebody gets hurt, well, you got to stop the party and shit. And, you know, we like partying, right? Anyway, we'll see what happens, but that seems to be the talks. I hope they make the fight. And out of every other heavyweight out there, the one I guess kind of makes sense, seeing that they're both with Frank, who's available and who has the momentum going right now, I have to say Fabio Wardley, man. There's some other fighters out there, but I just think of Wardley. And, you know, shit, they fight out there in the UK. That's one thing about the UK. They don't have to come to the United States. Them guys, they got to mess around with the bullshit going on out here. They go over there, man, and fight and make huge money. Especially Turkey Al-Sheikh putting up the money, man. Could be a big event. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Don't sleep on Fabio Wardley. I think Fabio Wardley has a good chance to upset the apple cart. And what an accomplishment that would be for him to come now and pick up an IBF strap by clipping Dubois. Now you got Wardley out here in the mix and could be possibly fighting for an undisputed distinction, because whoever has that IBF strap, the guy who has the other 3 belts, he should want to scrap with them. You know what I'm saying? And for those who are saying, well, Fabio Wardley, he doesn't deserve a chance. Who is he? Where is he in the overall ranking stack? Hey, yo, McNicholas, I'll tell you where he is. Look at Fabio Wardley right there. They got Fabio Wardley, man. He done worked himself when it comes to the ring ranking stack. He done worked himself into the number 9 position. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's gone. Dillian White's gone. Who else used to be in here, man? Luis Ortiz is gone. Andy Ruiz is gone. Man, there's a lot of guys gone now. They're just falling off one by one by one. And you're starting to see, new faces pop up in here. But that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Change to change to the change. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all keep cool in the breeze.